Say stink.
Eh. And here we are.
Hey, I'm Cecil.
I'm Doseku. This is Final Fantasy VII Origin, a French Final Fantasy fan game. Ooh. If you notice the English bits, that's all me.
Did you put all these translations in by hand?
Yeah, while editing in the using the Premiere.
Very nice. That means you've probably put in 10 times more effort than most video LPs.
Yeah, you're gonna see a few problems as we start out, where the subtitles will probably bounce around certain dialogues while I try to get comfortable with the spot to really put them, but, you know.
It's more of an art than a science.
Yeah. This is probably one of the earliest fan games I've touched on. I think the last update to this was back in 2008 or so. I'll have to go back to the website, which is still there, and actually verify that information.
At FF7origin.com.
Yes.
So that little blurb said that this was done in 2003. Do you know if it was finished in 2003 or if it was ongoing?
No,
or...
it was started in 2003.
Okay. Oh, and there it has the time right there. The 2010.
Yeah. So I guess 2010 was the last update, and I don't really know how far in this game goes. The only video of it online goes goes into about an hour in.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is still a demo.
You mentioned that this is not an RPG Maker game.
No, it's its own little engine. It has an installer and everything.
Well, that's really nice to see people go to the effort to make their own engine for their fan game.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I chose this, besides it being a different language. But there are other reasons, as you'll soon see coming up. And it's not because Sora is in this.
Do you know if the graphic assets that they use are actually all original? Like, it's a little hard to tell. Some of them look kind of ambiguous.
I don't think they all are. There are some original assets here, and you'll see what they look like when you compare it to what is obviously taking assets. But there's our title screen.
So this is a prequel. Nice.
Yeah, I guess it is. Actually, it's both a sequel and a prequel to the main game. Because we're about to find someone washed up on the shore.
Some washed up hack.
Yeah, probably. Now, the odd thing is, that model does not actually match the picture we're about to see of the person that rescued the unknown silver-haired guy.
I just can't imagine who it could be.
Oh, we're going to find out. As soon as it loads in.
It's for drama here.
Well, yeah. Shazam.
It's Titus.
Yes, this is Titus, the After Years. This is probably one of the only times that you'll see custom drawn cutscenes like this. And unfortunately, I don't control the timing of these dialogue boxes, so these might be coming a little fast, but there's nothing I can do about that.
And you got a typo there and everything. What kind of subtitles are these?
I didn't pick those up until I looked at the video again, so it's too late now.
Oh, well, I'll forgive you. Can't say it for the viewers, but viewers, gotta find in your heart, you know, Dose is doing this for free.
God dang it. And that's the last we're going to see of Titus for this episode.
Oh, it was all a dream. So it really is Final Fantasy VII, where it's just a bunch of fever dreams with some exposition.
Oh, you wish. You wish. Oh, we're in the prologue. We get to play as, who are we playing as again? Vincent, that's right.
Okay, is that who that sprite was supposed to be?
I think so, yeah. I still can't really figure that out, because we'll see the vampire Vincent later on, but yeah. Again, this is not really a word-for-word translation. I had to take some liberties when it came to grammatize everything and make it seem like it flows.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to translate ellipses.
Ellipses are easy. And this game has a lot of ellipses, especially those 3 ones there. This game is in love with those things.
So it also has some inspiration from Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes. Yes, it does.
So it must be in the Shinra building or something.
This is actually pre-Midgar Shinra,
Okay.
I think. Now the thing is, this dialogue box here can be skipped if you try to walk past the guy, and he only says one thing if you try that, and this is it right here. So if you don't talk to him first and try to proceed past him, he says the president's waiting for you, and that's all you get from him. Like that.
I'm half tempted to do goofy voices, but I think everyone will appreciate me not doing so.
So we got President Shinra, not to be confused with the younger Rufus. That's later down. We got Reno up to the left there. I don't know who the ginger is on the right, unfortunately. That's also a Turk.
I can't remember the Turks' names. It's been way too long.
I suppose. Now what's really interesting here is he's talking about like a 2-tower building, but if you remember from the original game, Midgar had one big old 70-floor tower, not 2.
Yeah, it's like a tower with a generator and then another tower stuck on top of it or something. It's ridiculous.
No, it was just the way it was designed. So essentially what we're doing here is we actually came in to turn in our resignation letter. But President ain't having any of that.
So you have to fight to the death if you're trying to leave the Turks?
In a way, yes.
It's nice that they're so civil about it, though.
Yeah. And then, of course, Lucretia was Vincent's one true love, who chose the mad scientist Hojo over him. And we all know what became of her.
Yeah, pretty bad taste of men.
Yeah. But like I said, a whole lot of dialogue.
It wouldn't be a JRPG if there weren't.
No, that's very true. Very true.
Only your death can liberate you from your doubts.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine if that's something he really would say too.
Oh, there
Unfortunately,
we
the music doesn't actually change here. So we got attack, magic, objects, which is technically items, and defense. Attack will allow us to shoot bad guys. It doesn't really do much damage, so we're going to throw eclairs at them instead, which is just lightning.
I'll just imagine that the eclairs, like, you know, candies. Making friends.
Yeah. Damage that was 13 compared to the Eclair, which did like 90 something. And then it misses.
Here you're giving them bonbons, not bullets.
So for these 3 battles, you're going to see the best thing to do is use magic. Fie is fire, of course. Nice. Of course, we got Victory. 900 XP. Pretty simple, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
JRPG fair.
Now the original line here was, I think, do you think we can fight all your life? But I switched that over to you because that didn't make any other sense otherwise. And basically what you're going to see here is about 2 more battles of these 2 guys. Because he just keeps sending the red elites at us for no discernible reason.
Yeah, he's got 2 perfectly good Turks right there. And he's just like, no, I'll just throw some chumps at you, why not?
Oh, they'll try to get involved later. But they're just as useless. In fact, after the 3rd battle, we do get a special person that comes in, and that person rapes us. Figuratively, not literally, of course.
We'll see about that.
I don't know. It happens. There's nothing we can do against that guy when he shows up. And another thing to note is for the original part of this, whenever a Shinra pops up, it's always the Shinra. Except in maybe 1 dialogue box. But that made no sense, so I took out the word the.
Is that when they're referring to the company or to the president?
To the company.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like when he first said admire this, the future of Shinra, it was the Shinra, and then when he blocked it, you would have had to find future in the Shinra. Again, it made no sense, so that's why I changed it out a little bit.
I suspect it's probably like that in the French translation of Final Fantasy VII.
Probably, I have no idea. It is kind of neat that between each battle, we were just having a casual conversation with the president who's trying to kill us.
Right. I mean, sure, the enemies disappear when you kill them, but theoretically there's like a pile of dead people that you've murdered, and he's just like, yeah, you know, you could have done so much better. What are you gonna do? Keep fighting?
Technically we are. Technically we are. I think for the most part he's still trying to convince us to stay with the company, but we're not. And I kind of forget why we decided to turn against them. I mean, we should have known that that we're experimenting on humans a long time ago. Freaking Dirge Cerberus had us working with Hojo.
The reason I thought is because Hojo ended up using his girlfriend for various experiments when they said that they were going to cure her. Like, that was the pretense that they were trying to cure her, but really it was Hojo, so, you know, he just did whatever he wanted.
Yeah, that might have been it. I think that's what brought us on this path. I think Lucretia's probably dead, or thereabouts dead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So the president's thinking a little bit more. He's starting to realize that the guards he's been using on us don't work. Spoiler alert, it's not those 2 people up there.
Is it Angeal?
No, we'll see. He even stops him because he knows that he can't do anything against us, which is kind of sad. Because I know Reno's the leader of the Turks, and he should be the strongest if things go the way they're supposed to. But no, what we do get instead is something I always found a little weird, but we'll find out in a moment here.
I really don't know which redhead that is.
Yeah, I don't know which redhead is. But what we get instead is either Mickey Mouse or an Organization 13 member, judging by the tire.
Yeah, I was gonna say Roxas.
So I don't have a clue if this actually crosses over into Kingdom Hearts or not. Hell, the Organization 13 member here doesn't even tell us who he is. He acts like he's been waiting for this for a long time. And he's gonna proceed to rape us. He attacks quicker and attacks a lot stronger. In my test run of this fight, I actually managed to get maybe 1 to 2 attacks off against him before he killed me, but not this time.
Wasn't for lack of trying.
No, I think I took maybe 7 off him.
Oh, recognize those sounds from my animes. Getting cybered up, man.
Yes. We get custom Hojo, or at least custom sprite Hojo, not face art.
The sprites, I feel, could have used a little bit of work. I guess I can still get Hojo from that though.
Yeah.
The size of heads varies a lot between sprites, it seems like.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious if the sprites are original themselves, or if they are taken from like Spider's Resource or something like that.
I don't recognize these sprites personally, but I wouldn't put it past them to get them from somewhere else. I recognize a lot of these sprites from other games.
Oh man, yeah. So the majority of this, what remains here of this video is conversations between us and Hojo here.
I'm gonna say Hojo's lab is looking a lot more rustic than usual.
Well, he did say it was a little antiquated.
Okay.
But there's more to it than just this room. You just won't get to see it for a while.
Fucking cat black.
We're still trying to figure out what's going on with us. Now, I think the idea is that we're in a Nibelheim. If you remember from that game, there was an underground laboratory that Hojo did work out of that was inside the Shinra mansion.
That's right. That's right. The one that you find Vincent in.
Yeah, off in the cave system right next to the lab itself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm actually wondering if this game is trying to keep continuity with the game it's being a fan game of. I honestly don't know. Are you ready for a sick burn coming up?
Oh yeah.
Give us one moment here. It's coming. There it is.
Arrive at the ankle.
Huh?
Never arrive at the ankle of gas.
Because you know, a couple lines earlier, Hojo said very soon he will be at the height of Gast.
Right, I get it. See, Gast was a other scientist that worked on the Geneva project, right?
I think so. He was the better scientist of the two. I think he was also was it Eris's dad? Or yeah.
I didn't remember that part, but I believe you.
Yeah, I don't remember Gast that well either. I'm gonna have to look that up and find out, but yeah.
Well, he was like one of those characters that only showed up in one of the other games, like
No, he was in part. I think he was in the main game, sort of, but he was already dead by the time the game rolled around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He was the one who created Angeal and his Korean counterpart. Or no, he wasn't Korean. He was a Japanese hot guy. Who was it? Genesis? Says his name was.
Is that the one that was played by Gak?
I think so.
Huh. Alright, so this line in actuality says you're full of delirium, but you're crazy came off better. Or I could have said you're delirious, but whatever.
Still saying, where it comes across pretty good.
Yeah, the meaning's there, just not the wording, that's all I want to say. In case somebody asks, hey, why it says delirium, why are you just using crazy, you know. And of course, the original line there is detach me, but I'm not using that either.
I'm guessing he fed him sleep drugs, or stabbed him with something that made him go to sleep.
Probably. Probably. That way he doesn't feel too much pain.
I wouldn't think Hojo would care about that, but, you know. Maybe he just got cooler later.
Probably, yeah.
What are you trying to make him?
Yep, that's the actual line.
So we turned into a Hot Topic reject.
Yes. Or the icon from the prologue, if you remember.
Yes.
Because you brought it up, yeah.
That's right, that's right. It's nice that Hojo got up some sweet duds, though.
I know, right? And now we're going to seek revenge on everybody.
As is only proper.
Yeah, but first, let's get our item.
Of course. Can't be seen without your bandana.
No, we cannot. So let's put it on. I don't know what element actually says. Google Translate didn't tell me. Just didn't tell me. We'll find that out later, I guess.
Fortunately, you don't really need to translate those various stats.
Attack, defense, agility, intelligence? No. You don't need to translate much of anything there. And registrar means record, though, which is basically save. Another thing I do like because I guess I'll let you guys know. I am using Google Translate to translate this game. It does correct a lot of the grammar for me, but some of this stuff again I have to use my judgment on because it doesn't do it that well in a lot of cases.
Is Vincent just gonna talk to himself for a while?
Of course, it's your standard RPG fare. You know this.
I know.
And yeah, we're locked in the lab.
Oh, so you gotta puzzle your way out. I see. It does appear to be a camera watching you.
Not really. We don't have to puzzle our way out. There's one thing we gotta do, maybe two.
So this isn't Final Fantasy Escape the Room.
No, it is not. But I skipped something right here that was next to the pile of medical records that would have got me out of here faster, and I continue wandering around the room looking for this thing, not knowing it was the one thing I skipped, because I thought it would say the same thing as the shelf to the right of it.
Just gotta find that one not very well marked pixel that you gotta click on.
No, it's very well marked. But again, I thought it would say the same thing as the shelf next to it, so I skipped it for a good while until I decided to come back around to it.
I know that feel. Trying to look at every single thing, find out just that one little thing to get you out of the mess.
Yeah. And I feel very stupid about it when I do find it.
Maybe you can, you know, put in a little bit of yourself face palming there so people get the hint.
And here it is. It's a switch.
Put a switch in his records. Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, the little thing turned red.
Yep. I don't know how Hojo managed to lock us in here if this is how he had to get out before, though.
I assume he used a key for the door.
I guess.
Although, I did not expect that to just unlock the door. I thought it was going to be more convoluted than that, but okay.
No, it's not. It's not. Anyway, that's the end of this episode for the time being. Next time around, we'll go further in.
Yeah, that was actually pretty interesting, and I like that they made the effort. I also find it very strange that it takes so long to save such a game.
It might be trying to emulate original PlayStation saving times and everything else like that.
I suppose. Well, it was a pleasure, Dos.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. See you guys later.
Later.